Yay Media Group.
When you're grieving your emotion, what are you laughing at?
Nothing. I'm listening.
Because you have somebody in mind.
I don't. Let's say Louie, because everybody knows Louie. I love Louie. Hey guys, episode 247. I hope you all had a great Memorial Day. We had fun.
Yeah, it was a fun weekend.
It was a lot of fun. Did we say this, that we were playing adult kickball?
No, I mean, we might have in the past, but this was the weekend that we did it this year.
I know we've talked about this on one of our episodes like a long time ago when we've done it. If you have not, get your friends together.
Well, we've talked about it because it's how I hurt my hip that I talk about all the time. Yeah.
You were very cautious.
I was very cautious.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, I think you were stretching.
I definitely was stretching. Because people are so sick of me talking about it, especially in the neighborhood. But you get older, your mind still
thinks you're young.
Yeah, wants to go. Like there's a fly ball and you're like, oh, I'm in. And all of a sudden you're like, but my legs aren't. Like everything's not working like it was. So I was going a little cautious this time so I wouldn't get hurt. But I did kick with my right leg. Last year I couldn't even kick with my right leg still. And this year I did. I didn't go crazy, but I just took it nice and easy and had fun. But it was so much fun. The best parts are when people fall down and get hurt or the ball. So we play kickball. So you have to have a beer in your hand at all times. And then everyone knows a big, giant red kickball. So when there's a pop-up in, wherever you are, it's hard to catch that ball. And it's always like a beer explosion.
Always.
And whoever's running the bases, like I said, their mind's there, but their legs aren't. So there was a ton of falls, a lot of ball explosions with the beer. It was just it's really fun.
One of our friends, she's got huge boobs. The ball just went straight for her chest and she didn't even have time to catch it. It just bounced right off her boobs and then she fell right on the ball.
Yeah, it's so funny. And then the beer explodes. There were our friend won definitely the best fall of the day.
Yeah.
I wonder if we could use it in here. We'll ask her permission.
Yeah, if she'll let us, it would be hilarious. She took a dive.
It's so funny.
Yeah, and then we went to the pool. We did the whole Memorial Day thing. And it rained on us, but I don't know, it was just fun. It was like everybody that our kids go to school with, all the parents were up there, everybody our kids play sports with. And it was just, it's always like the vibe. Like when it's like a good group of people, it's always the vibe. Like when everybody's like in a good mood and just happy, it just like makes you happy.
Yeah. Oh, no, it was a great weekend. A lot of barbecuing. We're
a little tired.
I'm worn out.
I know you are. And normally when you get worn out, like you get sick.
I know. So we're leaving for Disney World in a couple of days. So I'm trying to drink my AG1, take my vitamins and just calm down the rest of the week. Although I have a busy week. So I'm going to be moving,
You have so much
and we have to pack. And we have to get everything in. We don't even know what we're doing.
I know. I got to download the apps. We have to check in for the cruise. We have like a million things to do.
Yeah. So we just got to.
Every day, it's like one day at a time because then I start stressing myself out.
Yeah. We got to finish up some work tomorrow. I got a long day I got to film where the Broncos play in the afternoon.
Yeah. What is it? Like preseason or something?
No, it's for an ad for like some salsa. 505 salsa.
Salsa.
I don't know. It's an ad for a salsa.
Okay.
Salsa.
All right. So one of the conversations we had, I wish we had our drinkies when we were having this conversation. It was, I don't know, 6 of us, 6 adults. It was you guys. Maybe the conversation was better because we all had a buzz going, but I'm going to bring this conversation back. This is something we were talking about. So someone we know went out of town. They're younger, no kids, single, and went out of town, had fun, met a lady on a girls' trip, and they had fun together. And then after the trip, she told our friend, by the way, I'm married. You're going to see my husband on social media. It's kind of scandalous, I kind of think. So this was our conversation we all were talking about because our friend was talking about it because he was like, whoa, I had no idea you were married. You didn't tell me this the whole time. So Jeff was saying, well, that's not right. You shouldn't have slept with her. And then I'm like, well, he didn't know. It's okay. I'm like, because she didn't say anything to him. So it's not his fault because he had no idea, because I know he wouldn't have slept with her if he knew.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess so.
But then it goes back into people going on trips like that.
How did they meet?
Oh, they were, well, I don't want to give it. Need to be vague.
Yeah.
I got to be vague about this. She was near him with all her friends and he was with his friends and he striked up a conversation.
Okay.
And then about something she had on. And then they just started talking all night.
Okay.
And then
So there was no prearrangement or anything. They just met. Yeah.
They just met just being at the same place. But I mean, that's kind of a little scandalous. She doesn't have kids. She's just married.
Well, dude, poor husband.
I do feel bad for the husband. He has
He's like,
no idea.
how was your trip?
Yeah.
Oh, it was great.
Oh, it was great. I had so much fun.
Dude,
you know what? This is what I think about.
Maybe I just, I don't know. That's just, I don't like it.
But this is what I think about.
But if you're not happy, get a divorce. Don't go around being a little whore. You know what I mean?
I think because they're younger.
That's
what I kind of think.
Maybe it's different if you have kids too. I don't know. I mean, cheating's cheating. But when you have kids and like you're jeopardizing your marriage or relationship, like that's what marriage is, like weddings are dumb. Because
why?
First of all, 50% of them are going to end in divorce. And it's not like, it's a big deal. Like if one of my good friends get married, I have to fly to Chicago and sit through that and get a present. And then for some whore that's just going to be banging some dude on vacation. But I went to that wedding. I didn't, FYI, I didn't go to anybody's wedding. That's not who we're talking about. I'm just giving an example. But it's like all those people come. It's a lot of money. It's a big celebration. And then you got no respect towards that marriage. You're just going to whore around.
But I feel like you have it in you.
Him too. I mean, he's wrong too. But
if you're going to cheat, you're going to cheat. Like if you have it in you, you're going to do it.
I guess, yeah. But that's why weddings are dumb. I don't want to come celebrate a 50% roll of the dice.
Yeah, but not everybody's a cheater. I think things happen. People get drunk. You're with your friends. Maybe your relationship isn't doing great. So then that's why you do it. But I do think, like my friend, I was like, well, don't worry about it because she didn't tell you. So you had no way of knowing that she was married. She didn't have her ring on or anything.
Why can't I remember who we're talking about?
What? You don't look. We were like sitting out there for like an hour.
I forgot who we're talking about. Well, I know you can't say now, but
they were at our house.
Why?
They came to our house and I got us food.
Oh yeah, of course, of course. Oh my God, yes. Okay. Well, yeah, we better stop there because I think people who know us might figure that out as well. But I'm sure they have an idea anyway.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
And then like those things happen. But this is where I think about. Do you not think that girl is back home right now? And like, oh my gosh, what if I got pregnant? And then what if it's our friend's baby if she got pregnant and not the husband's baby? Or I think, what if that person had a STD and you slept with them and you come back home and you have something? This is where my mind goes.
I wonder if you chat GPT, how many kids are like not the fathers? Like Maury, you know what I mean? Like Maury never ran out of guests. So there's got to be a lot.
There has to be a lot.
Right? And then
how
what
could
if you
tell your partner?
Right. And then all of a sudden,
boom, not your kid.
Yeah.
I don't know who the daddy is.
That's devastating for like a father.
For a mother too. Well, no, it wouldn't be.
Well, the mother's the one who cheated.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. She was carrying.
But I mean, I'm sure you love that kid the same, but there's got to be some sort of like, oh my God, that's not my kid.
But I think you know what you're getting into when you marry somebody. You know somebody's personality type. Like if I had any little bit of distrust when we were dating or any ounce of...
Distrust or discharge? We were just talking about that before
or like that.
If you listen to last episode,
you were, doing some things. I'd be like, okay, what's different from us dating to us being married?
Right.
So you kind of know what you're getting, I feel like, or you just ignore it because you want to get married. But I do feel like I don't know. I feel like I can always tell who a cheater is.
I'm going to chat. Do you think Chat GPT knows?
Chat GPT knows everything. I took a
What percentage of married couples cheat? Now this is going to be like
60%.
In my algorithm here.
60%.
About 20 to 25% of married couples experience infidelity at some point in their marriage. So it's not as much as
I was way off.
Well, how are they getting this? Because no one's going to say that they cheat. They only say it when they get caught. So
yeah, but
20, I'd say another 20% are lying.
But yeah, whenever everybody's got phones now. So it's kind of hard to, because somebody could just snap a photo and be like, wait, isn't that your husband at a bar?
Yeah, don't you do any? Well, I guess if it's like the way this was set up, it was not pre-organized. You just met somebody out.
Yeah.
And then that person chose not to tell our friend. So he really wasn't in the wrong because he had no idea.
No.
But still, after
I totally pulled up her Instagram and was stalking it. I was like, oh my gosh, I got to see what her husband looks like.
But if you're going to hang out like 2 days, say you met someone on vacation and you're both single, aren't you like that night going to go back and be like, don't you have social media or anything? Like, don't you kind of want to know a little bit about that person, or people don't care?
I don't think people care. It's
really?
Probably in the moment. I don't think they care. I think it's...
But if you're going to hang out multiple days, it's not like a one night stand and you don't know who this person is. It's like,
no,
hey,
they
you want to
hung
hang
out.
That's what I'm saying.
The whole time he was gone.
Right. So if I'm like, oh, you want to hang out again? What's your name again?
But I would kind of be like if I was our friend and I was young and single like that, and I was like having fun, you're sleeping with this person, whatever. And then at the end of the trip, you're like, oh, by the way, I'm married. I'd be kind of pissed off at that person. I'd be like, wait, what? That would kind of make me mad, even though like it's not probably going to work out and you're not going to see each other again. But it's just weird.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I I totally remember now.
Yeah. This was like conversation.
Yeah,
we were having like funny conversations about it. But then...
All right, guys, let me tell you about a product that I use almost every night, and it's Lumi Gummies. I have a lot of trouble sleeping, especially with life going on in my busy days, and I don't use Lumi Gummies to get high. I use them to relax and get a good night's sleep, so I'm ready to go to work in the morning with no hangover, and I just feel so much better.
Yeah, I don't like that feeling of being high. I'm like you. If I don't get a good night's sleep, like I'm a disaster the next day. So taking something that's going to give me a good sleep, relax me, unwind for the day, that's almost like having a glass of wine instead of having the wine and the calories.
Exactly. And Lumi has something for everybody, and each body type is different. For me, I like to take them to go to sleep. There's 1 milligram gummies, 5 milligram gummies. Everybody's going to find their sweet spot. Start off small, but some people use them as a mood boost, maybe a midday relaxer. Whatever it is, Lumi has something that's right for you.
Lumi is consistent, mellow, and super delicious. Lumi gummies are specifically designed to make you feel good, not stoned.
When I work on the computer, I don't know about you guys at home, I get like stress in my neck. And if I take just a small dose of Lumi gummies, it makes me feel just more relaxed and I really get in the zone.
Well, then you get your work done. Lumi gummies are available nationwide. Go to lumigummies.com. That's LUMI gummies.com and use code TogetherMess for 30% off your order.
Again, that's lumigummies.com, code TogetherMess. Lumigummies.com, code TogetherMess.
Okay. So my mind starts going, and that you're going to be like, Jordan, what do you think about in your head? Because now I was thinking about this after my friend told me this. Remember Pearl Harbor, the movie?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody just stick with me. Ben Affleck and was it Josh Hartnett?
Yes.
Okay, and they're best friends, right?
Right.
And then Kate Beckinsale. And Kate Beckinsale started off with Ben Affleck, but then they thought Ben Affleck died.
Right.
But then when Ben Affleck came back and he wasn't dead, she was already in love with Josh Hartnett. And then they were best friends. And then he's like, you've been sleeping with my woman. So then I started thinking about that. And then like Castaway, remember Tom Hanks, same thing. Remember he was on the FedEx plane. It crashed and he was on that island. And then I forgot who played his wife. Was it Jodie Foster? It wasn't Jodie Foster.
No,
it was
that other
Helen Hunt.
Yeah. From Mad About You, right?
So then they thought he was dead. So then Helen Hunt went and started her own family. And then Tom Hanks comes back. And then what would you do in that situation?
There's another, I think that happens. There's
in
another
real life.
Yeah. There's another like war movie where that happened too. Like Sniper. It's not Sniper. It's one of those. Something like that.
Oh, Homeland.
Is it Homeland?
Remember she was sleeping with the guy, with his buddy?
She slept with everybody.
The dark-headed girl.
Oh, yeah.
And then
that's right.
And he
Saul.
came back. They thought he was dead. And then the soldier, he came back.
Right.
And then the wife was sleeping with his best friend. So my mind starts going.
So
in all
here's
these,
with that. If you think someone's dead, right?
Yeah.
I think there is a comfortability there. Like you were, I don't want to use myself an example because my luck's not the best right now. So I better keep my name out of it.
Mine's not either.
Okay, we'll just keep ourselves in it.
Okay, let's keep ourselves in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if I want, so something happened to me and I was whatever.
Okay.
I think there is a commonality or something like you guys both, if it was my best friend, he loved me and you loved me. And there's a commonality. What are you laughing at?
Nothing, because I'm just picturing your friends. It would be weird.
I'm trying to picture them too, you scumbag. Which one of them would you pick?
Okay, keep going.
But do you know what I mean? So you find like common ground. I think like death brings people together, and when you're grieving your emotion, what are you laughing at?
Nothing.
Because you have somebody in mind.
I don't. No, I don't. Keep saying it.
But I'm saying there is something there that brings you guys together,
Yeah.
But then if somehow I came back, then it's like,
and then you got your kids and then it's almost like you started a new life and that old life, that chapter is done.
Right.
So then how do you pick it back up? Because then you're going to have to tell that person bye. And then let's say Louie, because everybody knows Louie. I love Louie. So let's say me and Louie, I hope Louie doesn't listen to this. It'd be so funny if he did. And then I'm like, Louie, I'm sorry. Jeff's back. You got to go. And then
but
me
I don't
and you
think
started.
you would. I think it'd be you be in a different era of your life. Say 10 years went by.
Yeah.
You'd be in a different era.
But then I feel like there's that, you still love that person. But I don't know what it would feel like to be with
that's
someone
gotta be
else.
wild, like because you mourn them,
yes,
and then all of a sudden they're back, and then it's. I mean,
but then you would want, like, if something happened to me, you're young, like I would want you to move on. I would want you to be with somebody else,
right?
But
now
then
I would want a father figure like my best friend to help raise my kids. So it's not as weird as you think, but then if I came back, then it's really weird.
But it's all the emotions. I'm thinking Homeland right now, like when he came back and they're both trying to be intimate and it's just awkward for them. But yeah. And them just connecting again. And then he's probably like, this doesn't even feel like my home anymore. And my kids haven't seen me for 10 years.
Right. And it was like that. If you watched Homeland, you get what we're talking about. But yeah, I do think, I don't know how common that is, but I do think it happens.
I feel like maybe way back when it would have been more common, like in war.
Right.
Because there was no communication with people like that. But it makes me sad because then it's like, then you're left by yourself and then you have to find somebody else.
Yeah, it's a weird scenario.
Yeah. I know that's weird, but that's what I thought about when our friend was telling us. His little jam.
Yeah, I think it's a different scenario though.
Yeah, I guess.
I still want to know who you're thinking about. You got somebody up there.
I'm thinking of Louie.
Louie? Congrats, Louie.
I'm just joking. Yeah, that's what I had.
Well, that was pretty good. I'm tie-tie today.
You are tired.
Yeah, I need to get a good night's sleep.
I didn't sleep at all last night.
Me neither.
Leighton kept taking all the covers, and I was I was just
I turned the air on because I was getting like all hot. Did you get hot last night? Yeah. I should turn the air on like in the middle of the night.
Well, we haven't
then when you have to wake up early, you wake up, I don't know, when I have to wake up early, like for work, because we were off for a couple of days, I get up like every hour because I feel like, oh man, did I oversleep? And it's like 2. Then I get up and I don't really sleep and then it's 3. And then I get up and then finally when I'm like, oh man, I just need to go back to bed. You know?
If I don't sleep, I have really bad anxiety the next day. Like today, I kind of felt more anxious because I didn't sleep. But then when I got up, it was like midnight and I was wide awake. Then it was 1 o'clock. I was wide awake. And then I was like, okay, maybe I'll go take a melatonin. But then I was like, it's already too late. Then I'm going to be groggy all day today. And I went to a strength training class today.
Good for you.
I almost vomited in class and I was like really pushing myself. My arms and legs and everything were shaking just because of the slow movements that they make you do with heavier weights. And then the armbands, which are, it's more resistance. And the whole time I was like, oh my gosh, I think I'm going to barf. But I made myself go because I knew.
But then did that make you feel better after?
Yeah, it always makes you feel better. And it puts me in a better mood. And you're just ready to go about the day.
All right, everybody, we're gearing up for vacation, and guess what website we just got off of?
Quince.
That's right, Quince.com. There is something for everybody on there. I'm not even joking. I got their Pro Tech golf pants in white. I'm about to let that shine through on my vacation. And I just love Quince because not only is it stylish, it's very affordable and there is something for everybody.
It can make your wardrobe look elevated and it's really great quality. I have this cashmere sweater that I got from them and I get so many compliments. I just got a tennis skirt from there. Also, I got some hair tie scrunchies because I love pulling my hair back. I truly love Quince.
Yeah, I don't like big flashy things that show what you're wearing. I love comfortable clothes that are affordable, and that's exactly what Quince is.
Quince makes it easy to refresh your everyday this spring with pieces that feel as good as they look. They use premium materials like 100% European linen, organic cotton, and ultra soft denim. Their lightweight linen pants, dresses, and tops start at $30 and are effortless, breathable, and easy to wear on repeat. Everything at Quince is priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. They work directly with ethical factories and cut out the middleman, so you're paying for quality craftsmanship, not a brand markup.
And trust me, Jordan and I are no models, and Quince fits us perfectly. So refresh your everyday with a luxury you'll actually use. Head to quince.com/togetherness for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. Use quince.com/togetherness for free shipping, 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/togetherness for free shipping and 365-day returns. That's quince.com/togetherness.
I get really stressed out about things. And you know what? I do not know the family, Kyle Busch. It bothers me what happened to him.
The race car driver.
Yeah, I know you don't know anything like race car.
I mean, I know the name.
But maybe because they lived in Charlotte and it's like that type of connection. And I saw the videos of his son and he's 11 years old. He just celebrated his birthday, his son. And when he won the race, his kid ran up and jumped on his back. And it was just the cutest thing.
And that wasn't long ago, right?
No, he raced last Sunday.
I know, it's so crazy.
And it just bothers me, like what happened. I'm like, is this something that could have been prevented? Like maybe, I don't know. but if maybe he just got the rest and IVs, or was he just like that country boy thinking like, nope, put a Band-Aid on it. I'm good. I'm going to race. I'm sure racing in that car did not help, but just seeing his wife and his kids, I've been thinking about that a lot, and it bothers me. I didn't even know, what is sepsis?
Sepsis? I don't know. Sepsis?
It's like an infection. Like you can get that, or somebody else told me, I don't know if this is true, if you get a UTI or a bladder infection and it gets really infected, that you can get sepsis. I don't know if that's true or not. I mean,
I don't know either.
I don't want to give like.
So it was some sort of infection?
Yeah, from pneumonia. So it was like he had been fighting the flu, and I guess he didn't shake it. Then the flu turned to pneumonia, and then pneumonia turned into that.
Right.
And
that was fast.
So he's only 41. Like, and I don't know, things just hit me more when you have kids. I just feel like super emotional lately, maybe because it's the end of the school year too. And I hate that now the fifth graders, it's their last year at our school, and they're going on to middle school. So it's sixth grade.
Right.
Now it's sixth, seventh, and eighth. And that's how it was in North Carolina. And I loved when we moved here. I love that it's K through 6, because it's just keeping your kids younger. In sixth grade, they're like the older kids of the school, and I just feel like they're not really mature yet to go to middle school.
Ours was 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. Like there's 2 halves of the school.
Yeah.
Like the little kids are on one
So
half,
was
and
ours.
6th, 7th, and 8th. So that's right, 6th, 7th, and 8th.
I know, but I feel like when you're 12 and you're with 15-year-olds, like just the maturity level. I feel like boys are not as mature like ours. Well, look at our boys compared to our next door neighbors' girls. They're so much more mature than our kids.
Oh, I know. Girls develop like that quicker.
Yeah. And I don't know. It's just the end of the year and like summer. And then I just feel, I'm like in my feelings, and I'm like, oh, the kids are time's just going by so fast, and the kids are just getting older. And I just like want to soak in every moment and just watch in like 2 weeks. I'm going to be like, oh my God, they're driving me crazy, because they're with me all the time. But it's just sad. And they're like having their graduation and they're moving on.
Well, I mean, that's why you got to enjoy every day, if you can. I know life's not perfect, but you don't know what's going to happen. I mean, if something happens, it comes like that, you just got to enjoy every day. I
know. That's why I'm so happy too. Like we're taking these trips, because I want more experiences with the boys, and instead of like just buying stuff all the time, I want like that connection.
Yeah.
With them. And then,
because I think they're at an age now where 7 and 9, they'll remember, they'll remember. But
I feel like, I just feel like their event, like a couple more years, Lawson is just going to want to be off with his friends on the scooters. Nobody rides bicycles. It's all e-bikes and scooters. That is all everything is now.
The world's changing. It is.
No, but like.
At least our kids still have that like.
No, this weekend I was saying.
Like the 80s, play outside, all night.
That's exactly how our cul-de-sac is. And that's what I love. I feel like our kids have that 90s.
And we were saying that with the neighbors. Like we're very blessed, to have. Because, I mean, if you have a shitty neighbor or someone in the, next to you that calls the cops on everything. And it's like, that could be a nightmare for you, like for your family growing up. And it's like, so we got very lucky, there's a lot to be thankful for. I
think on the last podcast, I said this, I put everybody's flags out. And I had some neighbors come up and thank me. They were like, I love that you do that. And I go, I do that every Memorial Day and every 4th of July.
You sure do.
I do. And it's keeping that tradition. It's keeping things, I feel like, simple.
No, I like it. I was just a little, because now everyone's so sensitive these days, and there's people.
But if they don't like it, take the flag off your yard and put it.
I know, but people get so worked up. Like, I hate America. Like, I don't know. People hate America now, right? Which is crazy to me. But so if you put that on their lawn and they didn't want it there for some reason, then that's going to cause a whole thing. Or then if you don't do it all the way down the block, then that's going to cause a thing. I don't know. I just like to stay out of things these days. I'm just like, I don't want to deal with people. I can't deal with crazy. Our neighbors are great up and down the block. So nobody did say anything and everyone was grateful, but I don't want to give anybody a reason for anything anymore, because I'm so tired of the complaining and I can't deal. I got so much shit on my plate that I can't deal with crazy,
Jeff's too tie-tie.
I am too tie-tie. And I think a lot of it's like just because we're leaving, we have a lot of things to do. I have a busy week at work. We have to, I think like just everything, I got to just chill,
Well, yeah, it does. It stresses you out. But I think it's the buildup of leaving to go on a trip and then we've never been there before and we don't really know what we're doing. So we're like, wait, what's going on? And then
Lawson's, come here real fast. Lawson just came down. What are you most excited? Are you excited about the Disney cruise?
Yeah.
Yeah? What are you most excited about? We're talking to this mic.
I don't know. I don't know what to expect.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think you know what to expect, so you can't get super pumped.
Do you want to dress up like a pirate one night?
What?
They have their one night's pirate night.
Pirate night?
Yeah. Do you want to be a pirate? And they do fireworks.
Tune into our Amazon Live, which is so this is coming out.
What?
Oh, this is coming out tomorrow.
Yeah.
So our Amazon Live is going to be Thursday.
Yeah.
So we have a couple more products that we're going to take on the cruise. And you might have some pirate stuff, buddy. I might have bought some pirate stuff. But I don't think you know what to expect, but I think you're going to have a really good time.
Okay.
Are you ready for the Bahamas?
Yeah.
All right. Well, on that note.
Yeah, we'll have more to say, obviously, about the cruise when we come back. But I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be good. I just got to rest up and get better.
Yeah, it'll be a good time. Great kickstart to summer. And I hope you guys if you're out of school, I hope you guys are having a great time. And then anything else you want to say, Lawson? Nothing? All right. Are you ready?
Say bye, everybody. Oh, wait, I got to read.
Oh, yeah. Read the quote.
You could sit here, buddy. All right. Money is like manure. Listen up, Lawson. These are good life lessons. You know what manure is? Manure is
poop.
Okay. Money is like manure. It's not worth a thing unless it's spread around, encouraging young things to grow. All right. I get it.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you again next time. Sorry if this episode was a little lame. We're a little tired from this weekend. And we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.